So a little context before I hop into talking about the comp itself. I've been climbing an unhealthy amount for just over a year at this point, and when I heard about the Citizens competition coming up, I was stoked for a chance to see how I stacked up to some of the best climbers in my area. I got some footage of me falling in the background because when else will I ever use this footage? But the layout for this comp was split into 4 divisions. We had the beginner division, which was V0 to V3, the intermediate division, V3 to V5, the advanced division, V5 to V7, and then the open division, which was 7 and up. And for all 4 of those categories, it was split into men's and women's. So there was a male and female for all 4. So I entered into the open division. So the way I saw it, I wanted to at least pull on the hardest boulders there to see if I was even in the ballpark or not. There were 10 boulders in total for the open category, and my goal was to top at least 1. So let's roll some footage. I'll talk you guys through what was going on in my head while I was pulling on these climbs. Big shout out to my dad for being there at the comp, getting all this footage. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have anything to show y'all. So thanks, Pops. This was not the first climb I pulled on of the day, but it was the second climb I pulled on, and this is my second attempt on it. This was probably the easiest boulder in the open division. You can see there's this MO7, that's men's open boulder number 7. Honestly, if I'd spent more time reading the boulder, I probably could have flashed this one, so it was definitely the easiest of the set, because none of the other ones were flashable for me at all. Overall, though, this was definitely the confidence booster that I needed to get this comp started. Just knowing that I got the top of 1 on my second try, I was ecstatic, shocked even. And here you can just see the look in my face as it sets in that, holy crap, I got one, maybe I could actually compete, that'd be crazy. Moving on though, we have men's open boulder number 4. Start on 2 pretty bad crimps, move to another pretty bad crimp. This undercling was pretty big. Use this foothold as an intermediate to kind of bump my foot up. Then it get real scrunched in there. But then just keep a lot of tension, get the crimp, keep moving. I mean, crimps are like my favorite hold, so you know when I get on a crimp, I'm a happy camper. But here I almost lost it, but I didn't. Just crimp harder. In this part, I got a little stuck. It took me a while. I couldn't figure out the body position that I wanted to keep moving, and I also did not want to fall off this sloper. You make it all the way to the top. I was like, I can't fall here. So, took my time with it, and got another top. So we got boulder number 2 coming up next. This was probably the one I was the most happy with of the day. Getting this one took me probably the most tries, I think at 7 or so tries, or maybe 6, and the other one was a little less, but this was my last burn. After this I was giving up to go try other problems, but I really like crimps, and these were just really blocked crimps. So I locked in. Some of the setters were cheering for me, so that's how I knew I was on the right track. And then once I got the knee bar, it was over. We were cooking. And that's another top. So it's as I'm sitting here editing all this together, I realize this is not the clip of me topping men's open boulder number 10. This is just my first attempt on it. Didn't go according to plan. But I do have the footage. If y'all want it, I'll probably post it in a short at some point just to get it out there. But I think it's kind of nice this way. Let's finish it off with what I actually spent most of this comp doing, which was falling off of really hard climbs. That was a big chunk of my day. But overall, I've had a great time at this competition. I topped 4 out of 10 boulders for the open division. That was way more than I was expecting to do. Of the 6 men who qualified, the climber who qualified 6th, topped 7 boulders. So I was quite a ways off with only having 4, but honestly, closer than I thought I was going to be. Everybody competing was crazy strong. Everybody in the open category was insanely strong. These guys were like levitating up these climbs. I don't know how it was possible. I wish I would have gotten some more footage of the actual finals because those problems were crazy, and these dudes were making them look, I mean, pretty easy, relatively speaking, because they were nuts. So big shout out to everybody who was there and competed at the climb. Big shout out to my pops for the footage again. I mean, OG coming in clutch. And, you know, go check out Inner Peaks, South End, and Charlotte. It was great climbing there. The competition was great. The staff was amazing. And, you know, thanks to them for putting on such an amazing event. I'm definitely going to be competing again at some point in time. You know, we'll see how far I can take it. It'd be, well, I'll see y'all at the 2028 Olympics. Heard? Over and out. Like and subscribe. Magnus, sponsor me, please. Emil, climb with me. Climbing stuff. I want to climb with you too, big dog. I want to climb with all of these crazy strong guys on YouTube that I'm always watching these videos. But, yeah. Well, that's it. Peace.